Hey everybody, this is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Pan. It's been a long, busy night tonight. We've had a lot of storms move across the region. I wouldn't say a lot. It really was just a line, but about 4 of these storms produce what we call wet microbursts. And what these wet microbursts are essentially a really dry air aloft gets mixed in with some warm, moist air from the surface. It evaporates and causes some cold air up there. That cold air is heavy and dense and comes to the ground like a ton of bricks. Now, the reason we call it a wet microburst is that air coming down to the ground is co-located with where the heavy rain is. So it's all heavy rain that comes down like a waterfall, and it comes down so fast it hits the ground, spreads out in all directions, and you get these downburst type winds. You also get some really cool looking clouds that we call Arcus clouds or shelf clouds or roll clouds. They have a couple different meanings, but they look like flying saucers. I mean, they look like Independence Day type things coming out of the storm, and they're usually well ahead of where the rain is, and we typically see these a lot when we have outflow dominant thunderstorms. That was the case tonight. The primary microburst that I saw, Cornelius into Huntersville, another one from Dallas down to Belmont, and then a third one started in Mecklenburg County but really ramped up near Matthews and then down into Union County. So that's kind of the big story tonight. Coming up at 11 is the storm damage from these storms. But here's the good news. Some really cool air, at least by summer standards, is coming in over the next couple of days. Wait to see some of the temperatures we're going to have for you coming up going into the weekend, but we're also going to have clouds and showers still in the forecast. We'll talk about that, plus the rest of today's news. The other big news I think going on in the newsroom right now is we got some results from the big trial going on up in the foothills, and we also got the GOP debate out in Iowa. So that's some other news going on. And then sports news, PGA Championship going on down in Atlanta. Tiger kind of exploded today. Rory McIlroy broke his wrist but kept playing, apparently. So there's a lot of stuff going on news-wise. But the weather, as it typically is, seems to be the story today. We'll have all the details on that, plus everything else that's going on coming up tonight at 11. Hope you'll join us on News Channel 36 at 11. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them here on Facebook or hit me up on Twitter.